My name is Sing. In Chinese, it is 结星. So it means all the stars gathered together, so it's very bright. My whole family, we are all Buddhist. I've been Buddhist all my life. I remember when I was young, we had this, we still have it, the Buddhist altar, and on top we have a few Buddhas on it. And now that I'm older, I know the Buddha we had on that was actually Nagarjuna, and that's of course Shakyamuni. So when I was young, I'll see my parents, my dad especially, make offerings of flowers and fruits and water, and they would teach me you have to pay homage, you have to pray to Buddha. So I remember these. And then when I was young, they used to go to Dharma classes on Friday nights, I remember, because they would come home and then they would discuss what they studied in class, and I would be very interested. I would ask them to take me to class too, but I was very young, I was like 5 years old. So they think I'm too much trouble. They're like, no, you can't go. They said, when you're older, you can go. So I grew up and I read a lot of Buddhist books. I'm so interested in it. So when I was about 16, my parents took me to Tibet. So we visited Lhasa, we visited Shigatse, we went to Tashilhunpo Monastery, we went to the Jokang Temple. I remember all of that, and I remember I fell in love with the smell of butter lamps. The smell of butter lamps, I wish everyone can smell it. It's wonderful. It's like warm and it's just beautiful. I'm from Singapore. I came here to do my master's at Columbia. I traveled back and forth. So there was a professor at Columbia who was teaching Tibetan, and I went to class and I asked him to let me take Tibetan from him, and he was very nice. He said yes, my Gishi. So there was a few of us in class at that time. I was the youngest one, and the text that we were using was the biography of Milarepa. So we needed the text in Tibetan. And they found out that there was a Rinpoche in the Flushing area who was giving out the text for free. And since I was the latest to come to class, I was the youngest, I volunteered to go collect the books. It was actually very far away. I walked for like 45 minutes. And then I found Rinpoche and he gave me the books. And I asked him if he taught classes because I want to learn Buddhism as well. And Rinpoche said yes. So I went to attend Rinpoche's class. And then I noticed that everyone was, it was mostly Chinese disciples there. The devotees are mostly Chinese people. So they were very devoted. They were reading the Tibetan sounds in the Chinese characters. And I noticed that the prayer texts were old and faded. So since I can type Tibetan, I can type Chinese, I asked Rinpoche, why don't you let me type it out nicely so it looks nice? And he was very kind. He said yes. So we went to his house, his apartment at that time, and for a few years there were a few of us doing these prayer texts there. And Rinpoche would print them out in little booklets like these, and big ones as well. I made them colorful, and I type out the Tibetan and the Chinese phonetics, and then the devotees, the Chinese people, will be able to read it in Tibetan sounds. So that was nice. We have faith that there's blessings in the sounds, the mantras. And after that, he would make us read it in Chinese, the meanings, so that we understand what we're reading. And it's not like something we just blindly follow. And then we also have Buddhist class. Rinpoche teaches from texts and treatises that, past masters composed. Like we finished learning about 37 practices of a Bodhisattva. We also are studying the Path of the Bodhisattva by Shantideva. And also Rinpoche would invite these great masters like His Holiness the Dalai Lama, His Holiness the Karmapa, to give us empowerments and lectures here. And we would organize them right here in Flushing, and the turnout would be so great. Absolutely everyone would come. can see all the books behind me and here as well, and behind these shelves as well. They're all Buddhist books. The entire canon in Tibetan and all the treatises by the masters and later English translations, Chinese translations. So we have them all here in the heart of Flushing. I think the language is so important. Not just, okay, the reason why we recite the text in Tibetan is because we believe, and we believe, you know, there's no doubt about it. There's blessings in even the sounds, even in the mantra, even if you don't understand, because mantras are so profound. There's no way we can explain the meaning of mantras in just human words. To me, you know, having this a teacher, a real life person teaching the Dharma to you, something he's received from his masters, who received it from their masters, there's just something different about it. The text came alive for me. They made sense, you know. That is not to say that, you know, I fully understand all the text, but there's just something more. It tugs at my heart. It's just something. If I don't have Buddhism, I think I would just be like a zombie, you know.